So, personally, I'm tired of these faceless AI slop videos taking space and talking about construction projects that are happening on the African continent. As an African on the African continent, I truly believe that these stories should be told authentically, and these are our stories to tell. Something interesting and exciting is happening on the African continent when it comes to infrastructure projects, which is not entirely surprising considering that we still need a lot of infrastructure across the continent. We have a rising young population and a lot of resources, which is attracting a lot of foreign direct investments fueling these projects. We are witnessing a range of projects across different sectors, including energy, water, transportation, and housing. In this video, I want to talk about some of the most exciting construction projects happening on the African continent. My name is Chido Chashe. I'm a Zimbabwean civil geotechnical engineer, and welcome to Geotechs with Clemens. The first project on the list, we have the $5 billion Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, or as depicted as GERD, which is Africa's largest hydroelectric project. I find this project unique not only because of its scale, but how it was financed. The GERD was funded entirely by the Ethiopian people through government bonds without any external funding, setting a good precedent that development can happen without incurring foreign debt. This is something that has been endemic across the African continent and has been setting us back in many ways through some of the predatory financial lending instruments that we have been subjected to for many decades. The dam is located along the Blue Nile. It is a roller compacted concrete gravity dam, 145 meters high and 1,780 meters long. The reservoir can hold up to 74 billion cubic meters of water, capable of generating 6,000 megawatts of electricity, making it Africa's largest electric producer. The GERD is a symbol of Ethiopian ambition and self-reliance, promoting transformative energy benefits for the African people in that region. Yes, the project faced some controversies and challenges. There are water rights disputes with Egypt and Sudan, which are downstream countries of the Nile, due to the fears of reduced water availability from the reservoir filling. Furthermore, it was not easy to tackle some of the existing Nile treaties, which are colonial era agreements which were written and signed without the involvement of Ethiopia. Now that the project is complete, I am optimistic that the ongoing negotiations will produce a binding agreement on the dam, since it's a net positive for all the parties involved. The second project on my list, we have the Dangote refinery. This $19 billion plus refinery is the largest single train oil refinery in the world, built to process 650,000 barrels of crude oil per day. The refinery was inaugurated in May of 2023 and is already undergoing expansion to reach 1.4 million barrels per day. The refinery covers 6,180 acres. Site preparation and foundation works at the Lekki Free Zone in Lagos started in 2016. The installation of massive refining units, including the crude oil distillation towers, sulfur blocks, and the hydrogen plants, was carried out between 2019 and 2022. The Dangote refinery has an economic and strategic impact on Nigeria's fuel independence, reducing reliance on the important refined petroleums and petrochemicals. With the proposed expansion from 650,000 barrels per day to 1.4 million barrels per day, the refinery is expected to export products across Africa and beyond. These are the types of projects necessary for the development of the continent, because we need to meet our energy needs, which are only going to increase as the African population continues to grow. Moreover, tens of thousands of direct and indirect jobs have been created during the construction and operation of this refinery. Going back to East Africa, the third project on the list is Konza Technopolis in Kenya. a flagship smart city project designed to be a hub for science, technology, and innovation. The project has been coined Silicon Savannah. Kenya has been one of the leading countries in tech on the African continent, which makes more sense that they have decided to embark on such a project. The project is estimated to cost around $14 billion dollars and is part of Kenya's Vision 2030, aiming to transform the country into a middle income, knowledge driven economy. Konza Technopolis is more than a construction project. It's a symbol for African digital transformation, aiming to rival global tech hubs while fostering local innovation, which is Afrocentric. The smart city is situated southeast of Nairobi, spanning 2,000 hectares of land. The smart city is being developed in three major phases. Currently, Phase 1 has been completed, which includes the construction of road networks within the Technopolis, water supply systems, and stormwater drainage, as well as a Tier 3 national data center providing cloud computing and ICT backbone services, among other features. This initiative has and will continue to generate tens of thousands of jobs in ICT, engineering, and creative industries. The last project on this list comes close to home. This right here is the Manhize steel plant in Zimbabwe, which is the largest steel plant on the African continent. The plant is expected to produce over 5 million tons of steel annually once fully operational. Initially, it aims to produce around 600,000 tons per year during the first phase. For a country expected to have an infrastructure boom, this project is more than just steel. It's about jobs, infrastructure, and national growth. Thousands of Zimbabweans are employed directly and indirectly. By reducing reliance on importing steel, Zimbabwe saves its much needed foreign currency and strengthens its construction industry. The plant also positions Zimbabwe as a key player when it comes to Africa's steel exporters. Looking ahead, Manhize is set to expand production capacity, diversify into other products, and integrate sustainable practices in the production of steel. The vision is clear. Due to the location of Zimbabwe in the southern African region, Zimbabwe is aiming to become a hub for industrial growth and regional trade. Africa as a whole is going through a transformation in construction developments. The projects I touched on in this video are just a microcosm of something big happening and do not do enough justice to reflect everything that is happening on the continent. So, what do you think? Could all these projects reshape African development trajectory? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Cheers.